Life is really about the expected and the unexpected, but you're much more likely to get the unexpected than the expected. We just don't know what's going to happen in the future. And Napoleon Hill said it right. It's strange but true that in some of the most important turning points in our lives, they happen in the most unexpected ways and in the most unexpected times. For now, I want to talk about 4 of the happy flukes, or the happy unexpected things that have happened in my life because I've stopped drinking. The first one is that I'm much more goal orientated now rather than habit orientated. I think when you're drinking a lot, you get into the habit of drinking and you get into the habit of not thinking. You don't have to think. When I was working, I used to do my job, and that was what I looked forward to in the evening. That was my relaxation, it was my socialization, it was something I did in the evening, something I did at the weekends. Now, I mean, I'm in habits in terms of I like my habits. I tend to eat the same food or very similar food. I tend to wear the same kinds of clothes, and there's so many more things that are habitual in my life, but they're there and they're habitual because I don't want to think about those things. I don't want to have to think about the clothes that I'm wearing, or going out in the morning, taking my early morning walk with the boys. I don't want to have to think about that. It gives me reduced thinking. I don't have to think as much, and reduced energy burn. There's also goal orientated, where you set your goal, you set your path. You're going to triumph much more because you are setting yourself up for success. The unexpected is going to be a huge thing in your life. When I was drinking, the unexpected had always a nasty undertone to it. And since I stopped, even negatively unexpected results have had a positive slant to them because of how you react. The second unexpected pleasure, I think, is a good way of putting this one, is the people that have stopped drinking around me, people that are close to me that have stopped drinking. When I started first, and I stopped drinking alcohol first, I wanted everyone in the world to stop around me because I could see the damage that alcohol had caused to me. And, from that perspective, you want other people around you to take heed and to listen and to also stop doing this. Plus, it makes it easier for yourself. But since I've stopped, my dad was one of the first people who stopped drinking. He was maybe 8-9 months after I'd stopped. It was after a hospital incursion. He went into hospital, and then when he came out, he said, "That's it, I'm going to follow your footsteps and I'm going to stop." Next was Esther, my partner. She stopped, and I think she's been away from alcohol now for 2 years. And my son has just stopped, and he's only 5 weeks into it, but he's eventually stopped. And to be honest with you, he was the one that I really wanted to stop more than anything else. And like I said at the beginning, you're going to want other people to stop. You see the damage that it's causing, and you just don't want, especially the people that you care about, to be pouring this poison into their body. And bringing many strangers into stopping drinking alcohol has been a real privilege for me. It's been one of the best things that has ever happened to me in my life. The next big one for me is what I call mountains and beaches. I never thought I would be living here in the mountains, in a different country. I thought once I moved to Spain, that was going to be it. I was going to stay there forever. We've managed to make it so that we can stay 6-7 months here, and then we can go down during the winter time, which I don't want to stay here in the winter. There's a lot of snow, very cold here and hard. We can go down to the Mediterranean and stay where we first started out in Guatemala. So that's a real privilege for me, and it's something that is completely unexpected. I didn't expect that to happen at all. And the fourth thing for me, and I think one of the most outlandish, is just the fact that I've changed my job. I changed my profession. Been able to make a difference in people's lives, been able to devote myself full time to studying, trying to help people to see that they're in control of what they're doing, that they're so powerful in stopping putting this shit into their bodies, help them to get rid of those limiting beliefs. The best thing for me has been with Habits V2, our program. That's where I can really help people on a one-to-one basis, and it's amazing to see changes in people, coaching them over weeks, and you can see the gradual change, to see people going from thinking about moderation to that ambivalence that everyone goes through at the beginning of this journey. There's just no way of getting around that ambivalence of part of you wants to stop and the other part of you doesn't want to stop, to help them to see through that, to help them to see through the kind of trickery that's involved with that. That's been a real pleasure to see that change in people's faces, in people's eyes. I've always said that it's not the stopping drinking alcohol that's the issue here. It's stopping drinking alcohol and then what you do afterwards. And it's what you do afterwards that matters the most. So if you like this video, I think you'll enjoy this one next.